A very warm welcome to everyone for the science virtual session, children. I hope you are doing well and you are maintaining your notebook, children. So let us continue with the chapter Transportation in Animals and Plants, chapter 11, part 8, and we are going to continue with the NCERT exercise which we have done in the previous session. We have seen till question number 8, so we are going to continue from question number 9 in this session. I hope you will have taken down all the answers. You have understood the concepts. So when you're writing answers, it will clarify your concept which you have learned for this chapter. Now, let us see question number 9. Why is blood needed by all parts of a body? Let us see, blood is a significant part of the transport system in a body, and we need blood for the following reasons. As blood is a significant, is very important part of the transport system because it is in liquid form, it flows. That's why it is a very significant uh, part of the transport system which we have in the body. Without the transport system in the body, survival is not possible. So let us see the various function we need why we need blood. For the following reason we will see: for the transport of oxygen to all the parts of our body. So, blood carries oxygen. The molecule which carry oxygen in the blood, that is called as oxyhemoglobin. As you all know, blood has hemoglobin. So, hemoglobin becomes the oxygen carrier. So, that molecule, when hemoglobin combined with oxygen, that becomes a oxyhemoglobin. That oxyhemoglobin is being carried to all the parts of the body, to all the cells of the body. That's why blood is extremely important, because it contains hemoglobin, and hemoglobin carries oxygen to all the parts of the body. And next, to expel out carbon dioxide from our body. So you have a blood which is rich in carbon dioxide. So that is impure blood. That is deoxygenated blood, which you have learned in pumping of heart, which when we were learning. So that deoxygenated blood, where it lack oxygen and which is carbon dioxide rich, that is impure blood. It has to be, carbon dioxide has to be expelled from the body, otherwise it will create toxicity in the body, which is very harmful. And it helps to transmit heat, thus helping in the regulation of body temperature. So to transmit heat, it helps to regulate the body temperature. To transmit heat, thus helping in the regulation of the body temperature, which is very important. Your body temperature should not fluctuate as per the environment. You have to maintain your certain body temperature. Your body temperature should not fluctuate as per the given weather. Suppose the temperature is 10 degree outside, your body temperature cannot become 10 degree. You cannot survive. Your blood temperature cannot become 10. You will die. So this is body temperature is maintained. It helps in regulating the body temperature, and blood help to fight infections and diseases. As you all know, blood has WBC, white blood cells. They are the soldiers of the body. They are the soldier cells. They will recognize the germ causing infection in the body, and that germs, they are going to fight against them. That is called as the immunity of the body. That's why we should have a very good immunity. We should have a proper diet, for proper supplements, so that WBC cells should not be, you should not lack WBC in your body. The soldiers should have be in appropriate numbers. If you have some kind of infection in your body, the number of WBC will increase automatically. That shows that there is some infection in the body. Naturally, WBC will increase. That is, the soldiers in your body will increase. That is an indication there's some infection, and they will try to fight against those germs which cause infection. So this is how blood is needed, and it's extremely important for our body. I hope you have understood. Please take this down. What makes the blood look red? Very easy. Hemoglobin. That is a red pigment present in the blood makes it look red. Hemoglobin actually contain iron, and iron is responsible for the red color of the blood. I hope this is very clear. Now, 11, question number 11, describe the function of the heart. Let us see, heart has very important functions to perform, as you all know. Heart is an organ which beats continuously, act as a pump for the transport of blood. We have seen in the previous session, and which carries other substances with it. So it is basically heart is actually pumping of the blood, oxygenated, that is pure blood, uh, pump or transported to all the parts of the body, and impure blood comes to the heart, where it will convert into pure blood. So this is how it is a pumping station. The heart has four chamber, and two upper chamber are called the atria, that is singular atria, and the other two lower chambers are called the ventricles, which we have learned. The partition between the chambers helps to avoid mixing up the blood rich in oxygen from the blood rich in carbon dioxide. So basically, the partition between the chamber helps to avoid the mixing of blood which is impure and which is with the blood which is pure. So pure and impure blood get separated because of the partition between the chambers. So pure blood is oxygen rich and impure blood is carbon dioxide rich, and blood flows from the heart to the lungs. As you we have done in the previous sessions, blood flow from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart from where it is pumped to rest of the body. So here, why lungs? Because lungs take up oxygen, we breathe in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. So there should be a flow of taking in of oxygen and giving out of carbon dioxide. So majorly your heart and lungs will perform the function, and it will all the body parts and all the cells of the body will receive oxygen, and all the carbon dioxide from the body has to be expelled out through lungs. So it has to be, we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Please take this down, children. Why is it necessary to excrete waste product? Very simple, because they are very toxic and harmful. When our cells perform their functions, when they do certain work, to keep us alive, cells has to perform some function is going on continuously, and there are waste given out. These wastes are toxic and need to be removed from the body, otherwise will be very harmful. I have to draw a diagram of the human excretory system and label the various parts. Here you can see, you have seen this earlier in the previous session. Please draw this diagram. If you have already drawn in the previous session, you need not draw again, but you should know this diagram. It has a pair of kidney. You can see a tube connecting to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder store urine before it is given out from the urethra, and it has a urinary opening. Urinary bladder you have to draw. You have to draw ureter and the kidney and the tubes joining the kidney. Please draw this diagram and label it. This is human excretory system, very important system in a body. Thank you, children. Have a wonderful day.